Pag-usapan natin ng solid opening weekend and the coming days for PBA. Kickoff ng 50th year of the PBA, and already we started off with a bang for Coach L.A. Tenorio. We had him on the show a week before or a few days before his opening, and he was really looking forward to it.
Right.
Your thoughts about that Manila Clasico at panalo agad si Coach L.A.?
Well, first of all, very solid opening for the PBA 50th anniversary. A lot of different performances, and I think nag-enjoy yung fans. And nag-enjoy din sila sa game because it was all a Manila Clasico right away for all the Filipino fans who have been waiting for the PBA to open. And first of all, congratulations to Coach LA. First game as a head coach, first win, and to make it special, it was against his former team, Ginebra, against Coach Tim Cone. And, in the interviews, Coach LA was like, it's going to be very special because it's against Ginebra, against Coach Tim. But on the other side, Coach Tim was like, this is just one of the normal games that I have. Yeah. LA will remember this, but Coach Tim, it was just, he'll forget about that game because, they have to prepare for the next ones. But it was an exciting matchup nonetheless.
Yeah. You know who else will remember that game? Like the young people who just entered the team, of course. Zave Lucero already stepping up. He had 17 points in that game. What did you think of Zave Lucero, a former Fighting Maroon as well?
Right. I think Zave has been comfortable in the PBA already from his first few conferences in the PBA. And then now signing a new contract with Magnolia. And Coach LA had something to do with that. He spoke to Zave, telling him that he's going to be the future of this team, and it just goes to show why he is the future of this team, because he's been doing a little bit of everything. 17 points for him, and he just fits this Coach LA system for Magnolia. He can shoot it from the outside. He's a great defender using his length. He's very athletic, and he's such a basic player. Not a lot of fancy moves, but very effective. Something that Coach LA for sure harps about in his team.
Speaking of young players that Sam mentioned, we have to talk about Jerome Lastimosa.
Sure.
This is a guy that probably will benefit a lot from Coach LA being a point guard. At sama mo na rin si Javi GDL who made his debut after playing abroad just a few months ago.
Well, it's good to see that Coach LA right away, he's trusting his young bucks in Magnolia. And kitang-kita yung bagong identity right away for this Magnolia team. We've seen Coach Chito Victolero with them for more than 10 years already. And then now, pagpasok ni Coach LA, you know what? I'm gonna trust the young guys. That's what he's doing right away. Obviously, Pauly's still there, guys like Mark Baroka, but it seems like their role now is to guide these younger guys. And you mentioned Jerome Lastimosa and Javi GDL. Jerome Lastimosa, it seems like he has the ultimate green light right now for Coach LA, not just to shoot, but to really handle the basketball. You can see some possessions, he's handling the basketball, maybe half of the whole possession, because Coach LA trusts that Jerome will make the right decision. And in that game, he certainly made the right decision. 14 points for him. On the other side, Javi, doing what he does best. Spot up, be that floor spacer for Magnolia. He's been doing that in Korea. Ginagawa niya lang ulit dito. 14 points for him as well. Debut. Welcome back to Javi Gomez.
I mean, we're so happy for all of them. Lalo na if you get the green light from the coach, like I'm sure it has a lot to do with the confidence, like with the player. Lalo since it's the first game pa lang. But you know what else is exciting about the PBA? Another upset. This time between NLEX and the Beermen. So what happened there, Diego?
I mean, surprisingly, Bolic's not playing and not available for NLEX for personal reasons. Had to fly back home, but when you're going up against a team like SMB, obviously talented, always a championship contender in the All-Filipino Cup. Usually sa start, it's been a trend, even when I was still playing, that they would kind of be slow at the start, and this is the perfect time for NLEX to try and get a victory against SMB, and that's what they did. Even without Bolic, it just goes to show that they're a well-oiled machine. Even without their superstar, they were able to find ways to score, and what a way to step up Polly Policarpio out of nowhere. Top scoring and player of the game for NLEX.
16 points for Policarpio, also Brandon Ramirez. So these also the young guys stepping up. Should SMB be worried? I mean, it's their first match, but already, I mean, that loss, surprising loss for SMB.
Yeah, I don't think they should be worried. I don't think the fans should be worried. They're still one of the deepest teams in the PBA. You know, this is just one of those games wherein they'll check the film, see what they have to do better, but then they're still confident that, you know, they're still one of the best teams in the PBA. We see Junmar, who just won another MVP, another best player of the conference, and he top scored for SMB, and that's not gonna change. Junmar will always be the focal point on offense for SMB.
How about another surprise? Last but not the least, the debut of Titan Ultra. Your thoughts about that win for them and the beast unleashed once more, 41 points on opening game for Titan Ultra.
What a way to introduce yourself to the PBA, a new team. We never, I mean, personally, I didn't expect Titan Ultra to come off the bat right away like that. But I heard, like, they get extra perks for winning this nice first game for them. And it seems like they were all motivated. I mean, 41 points out of nowhere from the beast, Calvin Abueva, one of the few players in the PBA who has done that. And Calvin Abueva, even if at this age, sabi niya, makakasabay pa rin daw siya sa mga younger guys in the PBA.
Kayang-kaya pa, no?
Yep.
So, we're in for a very solid season in the PBA. Lots to look forward to, a treat for all the PBA fans. Thanks, Diego, for helping
Thank you,
us out.
guys.
Yeah,
on
thanks for
opening week.
coming by, Diego. Now,